Hi there, my friends. Welcome back to Torment, Tides of Numenera. We're down in the bloom, in the lair of the Murdens, and we want to speak to the leader of these unfortunate birds. The Murden Chief. There's someone called the Translator here behind him. First we gotta get on the good side of the Translator, and then we can get on the good side of the Murden Chief. Because we want to free the Memovira people that are kept behind bars here. And yeah, we just want to find out if it's possible to go diplomatically. The larger size of this Murden and the grey down that covers his head gives him a more stately and menacing look than his compatriots. He hisses at the other Murdens, and the annoying mental static fades until only his own harsh static remains. The noise whines and scratches in your head. As the chief speaks, the human woman at his side translates in a dull monotone. The translator. Why you come here, human? Your kind too afraid, they see their fate. The girl gestures to herself, mimicking the movements of the Murden chief. Who is this woman who speaks your words? Murden chief. The woman stands impassively as the Murdens buzz static through several irritating frequencies back and forth. At last the chief's mental buzz cuts through them all. She recites the words without feeling or awareness. This is not woman. Shell is empty. Woman is gone. Why you speak of it as human? It is machine. When it expires, we'll find new machine. We not speak human language, we buy slave. We fix slave's brain. Slave become machine. Machine speak human. He pauses while the chief clacks and hisses. Slave not need whole brain anymore. Excess brain was tasty. Oh god. Did we really put diplomacy to work against these barbarians? What is that static in the air? Upon hearing your question, all the Murdens in the room begin cackling and shrieking. Ha ha ha, says the translator in a monotone voice, barely audible over the noise. When the Murdens have settled down, the harsh static of the chief fills your head, and then the translator speaks. That is our thoughts, that is how we speak. No need for clumsy words like you, stupid human. Alright, but maybe we can find an understanding. Because we really would like to know more about the strange communications they have. And their technology, maybe. Tell me about your people. The young woman waits for a moment while the chief and his underlings hiss and click back and forth to each other. What to say? We are Murdens. We hunt, we find, we take. Humans hate us. In world outside, we flee from them. Here, we rule. A shoulders roll, an obscene imitation of an avian shrug. Here, humans fear us. Oh, farewell. Yes, go. Oh, what is that? Yeah, the makeshift beds. And what's in here? Can we take that or can we not? A battered standard lines the edge of the Murden chief's nest, covered in his filth. Its cloth is torn and ragged. It remains largely intact. We'll take it. The Murden chief clacks its beak and hisses at you, waving its jagged blade menacingly. A burst of mental static from its mind, it's acute, and nearby the human shell jerks into life. Do not defile our trophy, human. Taken by right, it is ours. Right of property, right of law, right of trophy. Punishments come for those who ignore. Yeah, alright, I'll see. Then let's actually free the Memovira thugs now. These are not really better. Hey there. Injured thug. This man's breathing is labored, and his eyes barely focus on you. Blood has soaked into his brigandine armor. The better off talking to him. He nods as his comrade. His voice is soft, almost a whisper. I ain't got much breath left in me. Let me take a look at your wound. Aye, he murmurs, peeling back his blood-caked armor. Looks at you with a mix of hope and dread, probably assuming that you're a healer. Fortunately, you have some knowledge of medicine, or you remember some of your sire's knowledge, perhaps. Soldiers' wounds don't smell of corruption, and you're certain they're survivable, but only with treatment, which he won't get until he escapes his cell. What happened to you? Double-crossed by the Murdens. We came to collect the boss lady's tribute. As we always do, they fell on us like the mudbirds they are. It's a hand to his side. Broke one of their beaks with my fist. Got me a couple stab wounds for my trouble. Good thing my kids can't see me now. Oh, you have children? Thought we were all faceless goons, eh? He smiles and offers you an unsteady hand. My name's Sebak. Got 2 kids back in Cliff's Edge. Oh, that's Sebak! I remember back then when we started the run. Your name is Sebak? I think I met your children in Sega's Cliffs. Seb and Nim? He reaches out, shaking hand to clutch your shoulder. Are they well? You abandoned them. What do you care? No, let's be empathetic. Empathic. They were fine when I last saw them. His grip on your shoulder tightens and his eyes grow wet. Thank the gods, he whispers. If I survive this, I'm going home, never letting them out of my sight again. Don't care what Brusker says. He shakes his head. Time has a way of slipping out of your hands in the bloom. That's what they say. I never meant to stay so long. I think I can get you out of here. If you're gonna help us escape, better talk to him. Not that his comrade. I won't be much use, but I'll follow along as best as I can. Alright. Let's do that. Have you come to free us? I can't stand being trapped here much longer. Yeah, we'll free you. There's a key by the door, friend, he says. Just use that and... Excellent! He finishes as you unlock him and his friend. Can I trouble you for something else? The shape Sebak is in. There's no way we can get out of here alive. At least not with a Murden guard watching the entryway. Can you do something about them? If you go hide in the next cell, I'll tell the Murden guards that you've escaped. That should give you time. Solid plan. We'll wait for you there. When you give us the word that the way is clear, we'll make a run for it. Yeah, this is how we do it.
Fair enough.
Let's tell this guy. The Murden puffs itself up again, clacking its beak and emitting a burst of hateful static that fuzzes your mind. Your prisoners again. The creature looks at you blankly for a moment, then darts a quick glance at its comrade. You sense a staticky psychic exchange between them. They turn and dash down the hall.
Alright, here I go.
Are they distracted? Can we make a break for it? It's clear. You should be able to make your way to safety.
Remember that.
You have our gratitude, friend. Farewell. I know those guards will make it home alive. Not if they rely on strangers to help them.
I think that's best.
Here we go. Freed them.
Fair enough.
Now let's go down here and find out what more we can
All right.
see here. Shinwai. I can hear something moving in the walls. It's coming closer.
On it.
What's here? What's hidden here? Oh, some shins. Help! Get me out of here! As you tug on the heavy door, a panic-filled male voice calls out to you. Hello? Is someone out there? I know you're not Murdens. I can feel that blasted mental noise, and by all the gods, I hope you're friendlier than they are. Please, you have to help me for the love of everything you hold dear. Please open the door. And thoughts, dear gods, let it be a rescue. I don't want to die. Who are you, first? My friends call me Shinwise. Please, I don't want to die. Open the door. What's trying to kill you? I don't know. Tentacle things that hang around the edges of the room. There's blood and bones all over the floor. The Murdens threw me in here. Lock the door behind me. I think I'm supposed to be some kind of sacrifice. Pick the lock. Can Rin do this? 60%. 50% with Calustig. 65% with Tybear. And what can we do? We can get it to 50. 55. Let's try Tybear. Come on, you can do it. Yes. The click, you unlock the door and it grumbles open, revealing an emaciated man in tattered rags, a look of profound shock and fear on his face. Behind him, blood and bones litter the floor. The man is short and dark, and his face is scarred and disfigured. One of his injuries is freshly branded on his cheek, a stylized blade with blood dripping from it. He wears the rugged clothes of a bloom slave, tattered and filthy. He tries desperately to push past you. Let me out of here, I beg you. This is no fit place for a human, Scan thoughts. It's going to kill me. I'll do anything to get out of here, even if I have to kill again. Oh, yeah, he's a murderer. Before I let you out, I need you to answer some questions for me. He glances back over his shoulder, his nervousness apparent in every twitch, and you can see him evaluating the possibility of just bowling through you. His mental calculus completely inches closer, but shows no sign of trying to bolt. All right, but please make them quick. I don't want to be eaten. Tell me what's in that room. Why does it frighten you? He looks at you with incredulity. The floor is covered with blood. The bones are snapped in half, and the smell of death is everywhere. Breaks off and looks behind him, apparently distraught. I don't know what's in here, but I've seen things, tentacled things, moving around the edges of the room. Ken thought, is she insane? How does this room not frighten her? And what are you doing here? You know that auctioneer outside the Memovira's fortress, the one with too many teeth? He sold me to a merchant, supposedly to open a maw. And the merchant sold me to the Murdens. That's not even legal. Nobody's allowed to sell slaves to the Murdens. He swallows and glances over his shoulder again. The Murdens threw me in this cell. I saw them cast another slave in this room before me. I heard her screaming. So much blood. He looks imploringly past you. Please let me out. And who are you? I'm Shinwise. I got caught by the levies when I nicked some sleep wine for my old mother. She's dying, and I couldn't afford to try virgin, and I'd never done it before. Thought I'd take a chance on bloom slavery to pay my debts and get back home. I never dreamed I'd wind up here. Scan thoughts, will she bite? Shouldn't matter. Nobody deserves this fate, no matter what I did. Has he been eating these guys? What's the symbol on their cheek? That, Tiberius peers more closely. That's the symbol they use to brand murderers in the city. You'll notice that I don't have one. The little man's eyes dart left and right. He licks his lips. It's true, I killed a couple of thugs in the underbelly. But it was them or me. Honest, Fulsum turned me over to the levies because the ones I killed worked for him. Otherwise he couldn't have cared. He wouldn't have cared. I have no more questions. Does this mean you'll let me go? Please, please! Yeah, I mean, what do we know? This is a fate no one deserves, really. And the Murdens are really cruel creatures. Step aside to let him go. Without a word of thanks, he bolts past you and down the hall, vanishing around the corner. Scan thoughts. Thank the gods, I may be a killer, but I don't deserve to die like that. So, he fears something more than he tells us. There's something interesting in that hole. Look at that. Wow. Could be dangerous. Let's go in. Manacles hang from the top of these plinths. Blood and viscera cover the floor around them.
Of course.
And here. Something about this room feels off to you. A sensation of being watched and evaluated. The bloom's walls bulge and press, glistening with a faint sheen, like they are beginning to salivate. This space has somehow begun to wake. Red muscles contract in a rippling peristaltic wave, trying to pull you further into the room. Your instincts scream of danger. We need to investigate. We'll prepare to fight whatever comes. Swirling singularities appear and slimy creatures tumble out. Nightmares of grasping tendrils and gaping maws. They hiss and groan with hunger, and the battle begins. What are these things? A corpuscular maw. Faint hide, flex. Sucker punch with a quick eyes axe. $10. 90%. 2 for 90, 3 for 100%. Let's take that thing down.
Barely making a scratch.
Ooh. Flanked. Ow.
They have me surrounded.
So we're on it. We can sow dismay. Enemies in range who fail to resist gain demoralized willpower, and evasion thing consumes an action. Innovate. We can go for an adaptation. Go for an onslaught. We can hide. We can just attack. Corpuscular maw. But that doesn't do much damage. Opens a channel to the nearest celestial body. Fires a blast that deals 28 energy damage and confers blindly to the nearest enemy on each turn. Point on the ground. Thermodynamic detonation to all characters in range. We don't want that. We can onslaught that thing. Chemical wasn't so good. Maybe transdimensional works. 16 damage. That's a really good amount of damage.
Already lost.
And we can heal ourselves a little bit. We can use that thing, the Ring of Emo. Tropic Field. Enemy is in a small cone. Can we go for 2? Seems like... vulnerable. It makes them vulnerable. Or we can go for transdimensional onslaught. 4. It doesn't do a lot of damage. That's the problem. 8 damage to all enemies struck inside the radius. Could get 9 damage. Something extra. Not really. Then they will just go for the entropic field and try to debuff these guys.
You never saw it coming.
And we can still do something. Dimensional superposition. the turn for her. We've got Rin's turn. She can attack that more. %65% with a pretty good attack, I think. Better than nothing.
Did anybody see that?
Wow. Rin's killed that. And now, where is Rin? Oh, Rin's here now. Ow. Thing is bleeding. At least that. Ouch. Attacking us. The basic attack, 95%. 13 damage, and the sucker punch will give us a lot more damage. Here we go.
Better than I do right now.
Ow.
They have me surrounded.
Indeed, they have me surrounded. We should try to heal ourselves. 8 points of health. But we could also try to kill that thing. $20 damage. That will annihilate that thing. Heal myself. Ourselves. We could attack. That doesn't matter. That's not good. We'll use the trans-dimensional onslaught. Oh, not a lot of damage. With a flash. I don't know. I mean, it gives us 9 damage, so I guess it's better than nothing. No, it was nothing. And Rin is there again. Come on, Rin, you can do it.
That's the stuff.
Not bad. It's bleeding and it's missing. Tyvia. It's a speed attack, I guess. No, it's a melee attack. Challenge attack. Feint attack. Let's try the basic attack, it's better than nothing. Yes!
Stuff.
As the last creature explodes, you can feel the echoes of its singularity passing back and forth across the room, merging with the others, gathering together. Thank you for watching. We'll look at what happens now in the next episode. A great time until then and happy gaming. This is Immanuel signing out. See you soon, my friend.